It's time once again for another thrilling episode of Markout Radio. For the next hour, sit back, pull the stick out of your ass, and enjoy. Be warned though, smarks and internet know-it-alls will be offended, annoyed, and generally pissed off at what's about to happen to your ear holes. You've been warned. Now, Markout Radio.
Right. Welcome back. Why the fuck is my computer decided to stay down? I have no idea, but it's doing it to me. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I think you can hear it. Looks like the peaks are there. Peaks and valleys, good sir. Peaks and valleys. All right. Welcome back to Markout Radio. Goes Nitro. Episode 5, October 2nd, 1995, out of the Denver Coliseum in Denver, Colorado. Maybe if pot had been legal in 95, this show would have been better. Maybe. I mean, I gave the whole show 2 out of 5. It sounds horrible. 5,000 in attendance, 2,000 actually paid. The day after WWE In Your House 3, in which WWE, WWF, whatever the fuck, drew an audience of 5,146. Here we are, WCW, the very next night in Denver, Colorado. Are we really in Denver, Colorado already? Jesus Christ. Well, you think you would have pulled more people in. I don't know. But it is what it is. Here we are, off to the races. And, it's not the day after, it's a week after In Your House. Jesus Christ. Who's writing these notes? Anyways, Denver, Colorado. I pulled up last week's numbers. Sorry about that. All right. Attendance was 9th. Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe I should just stick with last week's numbers. Holy fuck. They sound much better. 9,000 people in attendance in Denver, Colorado. 3,700 of them actually paid to be there. Jesus. But we're not at war yet, even though this week we tie in the ratings. Next week we tie in the ratings too. But, I gave this one 2.5 out of 5, not 2. Again, Jesus Christ, if I could just read my goddamn notes. What the hell do I take the notes for in the first place? Anyways, so here we are. Episode 5, October 2nd, 1995. Your hosts, Eric Bischoff, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Steve Mongo McMichael with his stupid fucking dog wearing googly glasses. Dark matches before we went on the air. Brian Pillman goes over on Disco Inferno. Meng and Shark defeat Jim Duggan and the Renegade. You guys remember the Renegade? What happens when WCW can't somehow get their hands on Warrior? They decide to parade out this fucking roid junkie, former stripper. Anyways. Dark match. Diamond Dallas Page, the television champion, in a dark match. Jesus. I wish I was kidding. I really do. I wish I was kidding. Anyways, DDP, as the champion, defeats Alex Wright to retain the WCW World Television Championship. We're on the air. The set has been moved to have the live audience behind them instead of in front of a curtain. Makes for a better visual. I'll give him that. Mongo's stupid dog has a shirt and googly glasses on. Bischoff quips that you never know what's coming up. Well, of course you do, Mr. Executive Producer. Otherwise, the cameras wouldn't be there to catch it. Almost as though Flair was stage left and heard this, he comes bursting out, rips the headset off Bischoff's head, and cuts a promo on Arn Anderson. All three announcers mark out. Recap promo of Savage and Luger from 2 weeks ago, and then last week's post-match shenanigans from the Dungeon, and Luger leading to the opening match. Jesus, I need a beer for this one. God damn. Interesting booking here, which brings up some heat at the top of the show to steal some of the Raw audience. Last week's ratings, of course, might have been a fluke. So before last week's show had been truly awful, In Your House drew as many people as Nitro did. This would be a better test of WCW's new direction, but they only tied the ratings and gave away over 5,000 tickets. So there you go. Lex Luger defeats Randy Savage. I wonder if beer makes this better. Oh, yes, I think it does. Lex Luger goes over on Randy Savage on if Luger loses, he must leave WCW match. So we're already going gimmick heavy right out of the gate. The set redesign is extended to the entrance ramp. In the spirit of WCW straight up stealing gimmicks, I'm going to go straight up steal my boy V1's gimmick and go ahead and say that Savage's ring attire looks like rainbow chiclets. Collar and elbow tie-up, dances around the ring and dumps to the outside where the camera catches Luger shouting instructions to the ref as the show goes to break. Back from break, the ref takes a very sloppy bump, allowing the Giant to come out and chokeslam Macho. Luger racks Macho, which was sloppy and pointless when a pin would have been much more in keeping with this development, but whatever. I guess when you make him tap, it's better. Who knows? All right. After this, go to break. WCW Saturday Night promo. Disco Inferno comes out to dance like a goofball and gets told off by Guerrero, who comes out to face Dean Malenko in the next match. By the way, that Lex Luger defeats Randy Savage match, you know what that gets?
0.0.
That's right, because it sucked. It made no sense. It built nothing. The only thing it actually served to do was there was some confusion as to whether Luger was part of the dungeon or was Luger WCW. Who's going to know? Oh my God. It was pointless. It was useless and it made no sense, but whatever. Anyways, now we got Eddie Guerrero defeating Dean Malenko. That one, at least I gave that one 2.5 out of 5. Of course, both guys are very good wrestlers. It was interesting. It's the Nitro debut of Guerrero and Malenko. At the time, I didn't get how special this was going to be. I guess it's a throwback to Saturday Night's Victory. This is the first Nitro that was airing Lucha, and while WCW tried it on Sunday Night Main Event and Saturday Night TBS, this is the first time they gave Lucha a shot on live television. But then they cut to Hogan arriving to the building, and post-match, Malenko challenges Guerrero to a rematch. No mics or anything. It's just all in the ring kind of stuff. Booked for the next match was the American Males, who are the champions, versus the Nasty Boys. And it ended in no contest as a result of getting laid out by the Dungeon of Doom. So there was a booked match there, but the Dungeon of Doom had to get some heat going forward, I guess. I don't know. Ric Flair defeats Arn Anderson in the next match via DQ. I gave that one 2.5 out of 5. Decent match. Arn gets no interest at all. We're back from break and we get Flair's entrance. Arn's already in the ring. The ref calls for the bell as Pittman comes out and climbs onto the corner turnbuckle. The bell rings even before Bryan took flight. Heenan and Bischoff covered a little too aggressively. I remember as a kid, this not making any sense that Pittman, Jesus Christ, Pittman. God damn. That's not who it is. Good grief. Anyways, it was a fucking clusterfuck. Almost as good as the fucking show this week. God damn. Anyways, Mongo quips that we remember Atlantis was an island and we know what happened there, don't we? No, you fucking tackling dummy. We don't. That's the point. It's a mystery. Or it's a work of fiction, whichever. Post-show wrap-up announces next week Flair Anderson in a cage. Next week matches are announced, and other than Flair Anderson, there's just the Sting Shark match that's worth watching. Now, I'm starting. If you haven't noticed, these shows are getting fucking awful again. Like, there's not enough happening in the span of time that it's actually going on. So what's going to end up happening is, because I actually like to do this show, and I like to do it like at least a half an hour of content a week. Jesus, I'd like to get out like an hour and a half, but whatever. So anyways, that's going to do it for episode 5. Don't worry though, because episode 6 is going to come up in just a couple seconds. So strap on, buckle up. And if you subscribe to this using like a podcatcher or something like that, make sure you get episodes that are like the last 3 or so, because some of these could be kind of rough.
Well, that was an abortion of a show. Should the mood take you, check out markoutradio.com and leave a comment. You can also find links there to our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Stitcher channels. You can even leave a voicemail on our Skype. Just click the links and share them.